Okay, thanks for joining us. I seriously, like every month, I don't know how it flies by. Can't believe it's June already. I can't believe Summit is next month. We are like, I think Heather Farrell said we're like 35 days away, which is insane. We're all going to be together soon, many of us. So I'm very, very excited about that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I put together some slides and then we will chat. All right, can you guys see my screen? Thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, first I want to give some shout outs for our, oh, I need to open this up bigger. We have some May Life Changers. We have Amy, who was our top coach for the month with Success Club 12, Diana with 6, Stephanie with 6, and Brittany with 6. Awesome job. And also Megan, Aubrey, Terry, Melissa, Heather, Tina, Nicole, Erin, Emily, Mike, and Susan all had Success Club points. Those are all lives we are helping. And total, together as a team, we were able to help 32 lives. So that's a wonderful accomplishment. Way to go, all of you. All right, I posted this in our team page, so if you need to reference this, definitely check it out. But we have some new things going on in June. So first of all, our All Access Challenge Pack is still on promotion for $160 all through the end of August. But they have also added the Performance Pack. So you can now get the All Access Challenge Pack. Instead of getting it with Shakeology, you can get it with Energize and Recover, as well as the Portion Fix and All Access Pod. Also, for those people who have Beachbody On Demand All Access, there is a completion pack with Shakeology and the Portion Fix. So this is a challenge pack that is basically $130. So they're basically getting that Portion Fix container system and meal plan guide and everything for free. And then regardless of their membership, so I don't know if you guys have been reaching out to people. I know I personally need to reach out more, or even do like a group email to all of my customers. But if they're getting the quarterly membership, they're paying that like $38 or whatever every 3 months. And before it wasn't All Access. Now it is All Access. However, they can just pay the one-time fee of $99 or that $60 some dollars to make up the difference, and it saves them money. So I think that's something that I'm going to do with my customers, because I still definitely have a lot of people that are still getting it quarterly, and it would save them money to just pay the difference. We don't have the 30-day trial, which is important to know. We now have a 14-day trial. So the difference with that also is that it's all access. So before, whenever they had the 30-day trial, they couldn't get like PIO, size, 21-day fix, all that premium content. Now everyone can get everything, and it's 14 days, which I think this is awesome, because 14 days, they can't necessarily complete a whole program. They really get a taste of all access with everything available for them. So, and this is especially helpful with our Sean week, which I definitely want to chat about during this call too. And then just the annual memberships are reduced. It used to be like $99.95. Now it's $99, like that flat number, just so it, because there are people that get it through Beachbody and then Team Beachbody. Team Beachbody is through Coach, Beachbody is not. And they're just matching the prices up. So yeah, that it's $99. All right, as always, this is at the top of our team page. These are all of our reminders. Just wanted to point out one more time, I know I've talked about it before, but our Summer Strong Challenge group is going to run through August. If you don't have a group, if you're not teamed up, obviously we always have our Coach Challenge group. If you're not in that for some reason, let me know or let your coach know, and we can definitely get you in there. But if you are wanting to be in a Summer Strong Challenge group where you can add your own challengers, let us know. We can get you in one, because this is something that you'll be able to invite to continuously through August. Everything else on there, nothing really new, just an update with our usual dates for the month. So just keep those in mind. All right, I am going to get off of our screen share because I kind of wanted to open up with chatting with you guys just about our Mindshift group so far. We actually have like a midway point call that we're going to get on with Nina and Allison and everyone in the group on Monday the 12th. So, but I thought it would be helpful for all of us in like a more, like a smaller setting with just our team to kind of chat about the mind shifts you're making, your takeaways, things like that, because I've been hearing a lot of great things coming from you guys. I've been seeing a lot of great things, and I just would love to hear about it. So some of the reminders or some of the things that we have gone over so far, obviously our first week was about our why, our whys and our vision, you know, sharing that video, which I love seeing so many of you, you know, share those videos and open up about your whys, and then coming up with a vision for the future with your coaching business, setting those goals. Last week we did time management and our power hours, and this week is go for no. So I just want to open it up for discussions. Does anyone have any specific successes that they've had, mind shifts that they've made, changes that they've made in their business since starting this group?
I'm tracking.
Yay! That is huge for you. So tell us how you're liking Teamzy, because I know you're using Teamzy.
Well, the bonus is my computer is usually always up and in my face for whatever reason. I have had to adjust to a pocket worker as opposed to a full power hour. So it's helpful to have it up. But for an example, like a day like today, I went from meeting, testing. While I did reach out during the pockets, I still have to go back and log in. But that's not terrible. That's better than what I was doing. So
I have a question about it. So was it like a pain to get all of your like Facebook and contacts in there, and like how about did you do Instagram too?
It doesn't have Instagram.
Just Facebook?
Yeah.
Is there a way to add all of your like Beachbody contacts like through your online office?
I can upload a Excel file, so I could download that and then put it in. So that's what I did.
Okay. Does it take a long time to download and get all those names in there?
The thing that took the longest was downloading my history from Facebook, because you just need contacts, but you have to download like your whole history. But the actual upload part didn't take very long. The other challenge that I'm noticing is when I add Facebook people, they're not automatically added to Teamzy, so I have to add them.
That was my next question. So you have to actually add those. Is there any way to like refresh or something in there?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I wonder if that's like a good, I mean, it seems like there should be some way to like just refresh and add so you don't have to like manually do it.
Yeah, they're not linked yet. Maybe that'll get there. So we'll see for now how that's going.
Awesome. Well, I'm super proud of you for tracking.
Thanks.
Anyone else want to share? Go ahead, Amy.
I have just decided that I'm going to stop white knuckling it with my nutrition and just realize that it's not a big deal. Like, I'm just going to eat the food and not agonize over everything. And when I don't agonize over everything, it's so much easier. It's just like, oh, I'm going to eat this today, and not like, I need it all. So it's been a good shift.
Are you better whenever you write everything down, or are you better just being laid back about it and not writing it down?
I use my 21-day app to log my portions. But if I have my meals, my dinners planned, I'm better. Because breakfast and lunch is usually the same. It's just getting in all of those proteins now.
Right, yeah. which I think would be so hard.
Well, so was getting in all those carbs too. That wasn't easy either.
Right. I mean, because especially when you're choosing like how many things of like brown rice and sweet potatoes and
Right. And for a lot of those weeks, I'm like, I can eat all the carbs. I chose inappropriate ones. So it was a rough struggle when I made the energy balls when the kids had PSSA testings, and I just ate them all in like 2 days. I'm like, well, I'm counting those. That's like 6. I got 3 left.
Right. Yeah. I would struggle with that too. I would want to choose the wrong carbs too.
Oh, yeah. I ate a lot of sweet potatoes and black beans.
Well, there you go.
And sprouted grain bread. But yeah. But I feel like eating proteins and less carbs is easier than eating all of the carbs and 3 proteins.
Yeah.
So, but I'm struggling getting 6 protein in a day. But I'm not white knuckling it, so that's good.
Good. I feel like I have made a shift as well with like this most recent Ultimate Reset experience. I don't know why it took me like 3 times, but I mean I had amazing experiences like all 3 times, but this time for whatever reason I feel so much better coming out of it and the way I'm staying on track afterwards. And I think, and obviously like a lot of it has to do with like Rob and I have always tried to plan together and stuff, but we still eat like separate. But it has been huge with like we were literally eating the same things on the Ultimate Reset, and now coming off of it, we're like pretty much just trying to come up with ideas to plan together as well, and like having him for accountability too, and kind of being in this together.
Yeah,
what is very helpful, and I feel so much better with like my nutrition and balance and not stressing as much as I usually do too with
right.
I don't know.
Like we have a wedding this weekend, and I'm like, well, I'm just not going to have stupid things during the week, and I'll save it for Saturday when I'm going to have cake, and I will have a drink, and it's going to be fine.
Right.
So I'm just making better choices where I don't need to have something every day. I can just wait.
Right. Good. Awesome. All right. Any other shifts? Go ahead, Erin. You have to unmute yourself.
I still have not figured out how to get this to work on my computer. Sorry. Also, I know it looks like I'm eating pasta, but it's actually spaghetti squash. Bonus of living in New York City, you get home at 9 o'clock at night like that's normal. Anyway, I feel like my shift has been, well, that I'm doing something, first of all. Yay, thanks, Amy. Inviting, like connecting, all of that was terrifying. I think I had like 160 Facebook friends when I started Beachbody. Not a joke. I had gone through maybe a year ago and like defriended everyone because I was like, I don't want to be on here. I don't want people to see me. So starting this felt like it was starting from scratch and very, very scary. So the Mindshift group has been cool because each step of the way I've been forced to be accountable, but also to really plan like how I want to do this, what works for me. And it inspired me to really go back into the Surge group and really watch in a mindful way those videos, because I feel like I didn't really do that the first time around. I mean, I half-assed it, frankly. And this time I went in with a purpose, really checking out each one and seeing what could I glean from it. And it's been crazy helpful. Diana gave me an awesome suggestion for 2 people to have as accountability partners. And like I said to Amy, I did not formally propose to them, you know, like she did with Heather, but they were okay with it. They were still happy. And that's been super helpful every day, you know, to have them motivating me and to get good suggestions. Amy's been a huge help. And, you know, I love you for being so honest and being like, I don't know you, and I think you're super serious. And I was like, no, I'm kind of a wackadoodle. And how do you not know that? And Diana knows that, but I mean, she knows me from Strategize. So I was like, oh my God, no one sees the crazy that I am. And they need to, because that's more real. So I've been trying to let my crazy come out, you know, a little bit more often. And I feel like it's working. I had somebody say to me the other day, she's super preggers now, so is not really in the space to start her fitness journey immediately. But she was so nice when she wrote to me. She said, I really appreciate how you talk about the mental and emotional effects of working out and how it's about that for you and not being skinny, which I really appreciated because that's true. I'm lucky. I'm already thin. And I don't do this for weight. You know, I do it for something else. I do it for me to manage my extreme stress situation. And it's been hugely helpful. And, you know, I hope I motivate some other people that are going through that too, even if they're not necessarily public about it. And yeah, Mindshift has been vital in helping me sort of reevaluate, you know, how I can do everything with Beachbody. Because before I just didn't even think I could do anything. Other than be a discount coach. And now the fire is lit.
Well, I have to tell you, Erin, like, first of all, I love your voice. Like, your voice,
Thanks.
like, something about your voice, I just love it. And I feel like I have totally seen a shift in your posts, seeing your live videos, hearing you speak, hearing you talk. I feel like I have connected to you more because of that. And I think it's amazing. I have totally seen such a difference. So
Thank you.
Anyone else want to talk about, who else? I know you all want to share. You guys all share. All right, Megan, go ahead.
Hi. So I think like a lot of things have been shifting, but this 3-day refresh hater right here is going to go into 3-day refresh on Friday. And I'm actually like excited about it and excited to plan and just like preparing myself, like mentally preparing myself for it. And I even mentioned to Michelle today that I'm thinking about doing the alternate reset. So it's like a new, because I can do the workout. Like I can do it. That's like, it's a challenge, but you know, like I've done it and I've been like, I feel like it's going to be a new challenge to prepare my mind and take a rest. And I'm like excited to get up early instead of doing workouts. I work on my business and I just can, it's just going to be a new challenge. Like, and it'll totally be worth it to give up coffee for that long to go through that and just say that I did it, because Michelle has amazing results and I'm just ready to get back there. And I don't know. If anybody wants to join me, I would never, like a couple weeks ago, I would have been like, I'm not doing the 3-day refresh, but I'm ready.
Well,
I'm excited.
I told Megan and I've told other people this, like, if Rob did it, each and every single one of you.
Well, tell Rob thank you for
do this. I mean, seriously, like he is such a like protein, like meat, like he just ate like a vegan for 2 weeks, which is insane. Like for me, like I like fruits and veggies and I enjoy that stuff. So that is like not necessarily hard for me. Some of the foods are different and everything. Like Diana, you've done it and you know too, like some of the foods are different and I didn't try all of them. I didn't do all of them. I definitely went like the easy route, but it's so worth it to like push past those like reasons why you don't think you can do it. It's so worth it to do it.
It's just been like just listening and reading and thinking about my goals and just like just health wise, you know, like my body just went through a lot, like
right
just to get back at it. And
exactly.
It's a new challenge. Like it just is exciting for me to, I'm excited about it.
The
Have to get through the 3-day first. And then, yeah.
But the challenge part, like for sure, like that, I'm all about a good challenge, like to push myself. But I also wanted to mention, so I remember Heather told us about what Arnaud said at your Super Saturday, and he basically like repeated it, and just like, and did you guys all watch his call and how he talked about getting getting pictures of your family out, like, and just hearing him say that and just being reminded of that, because I was like teary-eyed when Heather was telling us about it and telling about that experience, but to hear him say it again, and just I've worked with him a lot, and to hear him say that again, I just felt like that like totally hit home to me too, and just loved his message that he gave us as well. How about someone else? Heather?
I'll go. Okay, go ahead, Heather.
Okay.
Heather, you want to go?
Okay, sure. So one of the biggest mind shifts I think that I've kind of had is like a self-reflection sort of thing. So going back through and listing my why and my vision and my goals and sharing that with my husband, because that is like so key. And the scheduling too, sharing that with my husband, because like he's super supportive. And why wouldn't he be? But it was still scary to think about sharing such a huge goal, like a huge vision, with him of stuff that like, because we're dreaming stuff that is like so huge for ourselves, and to share that with someone, there's that fear of sort of them being like, well, not gonna happen. But sharing it with someone and having them be so supportive of you, it just made me really want to dig deeper with kind of how I'm approaching everything, and really not recommitting, because I've been committed the whole time, but recommitting, I guess, to really the way I'm doing things. And one of the biggest shifts that I've done so far is with my inviting. Like, I am an inviting machine since we started this thing, and it's just buckling down and realizing that I was kind of holding myself back. I had a huge group of people that I just wasn't inviting because they were scary to invite to. I was still afraid of that judgment, that they were gonna, unfriend me on Facebook if, I bothered them with Beachbody stuff. And I've just been like, well, if they do, they do. So I've just been kind of going for it. And in my inviting too, that extends to my connections and handling rejections, which I've not been very good at, but I've just been going for that too. And I was thinking about it and thinking that while I've been holding back because I'm afraid of that judgment, I may be holding back too much so that people don't think that I'm invested in it and that I'm committed and that I believe in the product. So I've actually started being a little pushy, not like in a bad way, but really trying to share my passion and share my belief in the product with people more. And I think it's working. I've had way more people follow up with questions and get back to me, whereas before I would get a lot of crickets. So more people are responding. So I think that's awesome. And the other thing I've done is getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm scheduling at least one face-to-face meeting each week with somebody to talk to them about Beachbody rather than doing it all online. So fingers crossed that works out too.
I love that, Heather. That's awesome. Awesome shift with inviting. And I think the face-to-face is awesome. And even if you don't have the opportunity, because obviously we work with people all over the place, but even if you don't have like the time and opportunity to meet with people in person, offering a phone call too has been very helpful. I've had a lot of success with that too. Just saying, like, because especially if they're not maybe quite understanding things, it's easier to talk to them on the phone. And when they hear your voice and hear your enthusiasm and everything, like, that's a nice way to help them understand. Because like I mentioned in that Go for No video that I did, this isn't, a lot of times when people say no, they don't understand enough. Like they need to understand a little bit more. They need to be educated a little bit more. They maybe need to talk through their hesitations and everything. And when it's a little easier to talk it out in person, like you said, Heather, or over the phone when you can have that like constant back and forth conversation rather than just typing back and forth. But I love that. I love those shifts. Awesome job, Heather. All right, Melissa, do you want to go?
Yeah, so I wanted to say that I feel like for me, the biggest shift has been like bringing it back to me and bringing it back to like really diving into like what this is all about, why I got started, why I continue, why I have even more like of a drive, and really I just loved how it brought me back to those core things. And, like Heather said, sharing it with my husband and being more open and communicative about it has just been really refreshing. So. That must be my favorite. Okay. So this girl should be in bed. Say hi to Evie.
I'm saying hi while muted. I love that. I think that's why we started with like your why and vision, because it's something that you constantly need to revisit. You constantly need to be thinking about, because that's what keeps you grounded. That's what keeps you going and wanting you to continue doing what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
If you lose sight of that, then you can lose sight of those just basics, the vital behaviors. You lose sight of them. And look at all these kiddos. My kids are actually asleep, and they went to sleep early. I don't have Ashton coming in. But that's great, Melissa. How about you, Diane? Do you have any questions about the new coach training or anything? I know you're only 2 days in, but even with anything that you've been learning on your own or going over with Amy, do you have any questions?
No. Everything so far has kind of been things that I've done already, so which is actually good timing, because with the start of Summer Strong and all that, I've been busy with other things, so it was nice that the first 2 days I didn't really have to do much for that, so that was good.
Good.
But
we'll definitely keep commenting on those pictures, and if you have questions like each day, definitely ask questions if you have any.
yeah, I'm learning the ins and outs of the coach codes. I unfortunately sent all my people the wrong link, so I'm getting repercussions from that, but
That's okay. What link what are you?
I did the sign up for Beachbody, not the sign up for the trial, because I was doing the big push of the sign up in May for 30 days so you don't lose it in June. So then everybody on Monday was like, what's going on? We can't get on. And it was because they signed up for Beachbody but didn't necessarily sign up for the trial. So now I'm trying to bring everybody back and regather the troops, and
Okay.
it's a learning curve.
Right. It's a learning process. Now there's the free team player. So Aaron, you just downloaded the coaching codes today, you said. Yeah. And the free player membership, that's just if you have someone that needs to sign up for a coach account. Not a coach account, sorry, an account with you as their coach. It's just a free membership, because sometimes people get a program from someone else. They didn't necessarily buy it from Beachbody or whatever the circumstance might be, and they
Right.
would sign up for that free account. But it's actually the BOD, or the club membership that gets them the free trial.
I've learned that now.
Which is good to know, because Sean Week is coming up, and a lot of you are probably going to be signing people up for the free trial. And Melissa and I were just talking about it. I'm going to enter in here so I know. It would be under sign up links, and it's the Team Beachbody Club. And they are basically going to get the different options pop up for them, and they would just choose to get the free trial. Something else you want to tell them is that they're going to be asked for their credit card information, and this is going to deter people, just so you know. But but give them a heads up. Just say, just so you know, they're going to ask for your credit card information, but you're not going to be charged, and we can cancel it before the 14 days are up. So give them that heads up ahead of time, so they're not surprised when they're signing up.
Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, I saw the free player, and the free in my head just meant free trial, but it so
Right. Right. Yeah. And believe me, we've all been there. We've made those silly mistakes. Yeah, Amy, yeah, you were just talking about that. So it happens. So no worries. But yeah, so make sure, for the Sean Week, it's the Team Beachbody Club. And then just give them a heads up about that. Melissa also mentioned though, if they have a coach, if they have an account, they're not sure, I've also gone the route of if they have another email address, sometimes I'll just mention you can sign up with another email address, because some people have such old accounts that they don't even know their coach, or know if they have a coach. They don't even realize that they do have a coach, but they could use a different email address as well if you come into that. All right, any other mind shifts? Any other mind shifts? No? Okay, I have another mind shift. I feel like time management and power hour was is something that I struggle with, because I work from home and I work around the kids' schedule, and I feel like it's very difficult for me to manage knowing when I'm going to be able to get my work done, if that makes sense. So sometimes, like, I built a schedule on that day, and I was like plugging in all these times, because, you know, like, I'm a full-time coach. Things are much different for me than it was like when I was in a lot of your shoes. Like when I was early on, like I did not do half the things. I focus on the basics. Like there's a lot of things that I do differently now as a full-time coach. And I tried to like plug in all these times, and I was like, yeah, right. Like that's not even close to what happens in a day. So I basically simplified it, and I always know that in the morning I can get focus, and I called it focus business time instead of power hour, because it's going to be more than an hour for me. And I'm just trying to hit focus business time 3 times a day, at least like Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be different. But and I think I was stressing myself out over that, and I realized I have to be a little bit more flexible with my schedule. But it also made me revisit my power hour activities, and I changed. So in looking at my goals and then having power hour activities, I realized that there were some things that I wanted to change on my tracker. So that's why I actually posted. I adjusted my activities to meet my goals. And, you know, that's something that you can think about, like, and I realized that I'm like doing the same things, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, I need to make that shift. Sometimes like you have to switch things up, and you might need to do things a little bit differently to make different things happen. So that I switched up my tracker to, especially with like, I want to do a lot of focus on social media training, and also with making connections on not only Facebook, which I've always been pretty good at, but also Instagram. I'm trying to make that a bigger focus too. So I needed to kind of shift my business tracker, my tracker and my points and everything. So I did that. And that's something to think about ever, like if you need to, when you're looking at your goals and looking at your activities that you do, making sure that they kind of match. I think that's something that I need to like revisit more frequently. But all right, anyone else want to share before we just chat about Sean Week really quick? I'm watching the time, 9:35. We're good. We're gonna be off well before 10. So Sean Week, did everyone see, I know some of you might be doing groups on your own, and that's awesome. If you want to join the one that I opened up, more than welcome to. I figured like Carl was I know we were like kind of making our free groups small about this like big event, you know, so that's why I just wanted to offer it to the team. So I opened it up. So please request to join if you want to join it. I will definitely ask for some help with some posts in there. But if those of you that have 3-day refresh people, I don't, because of like the nature of coming off the ultimate reset. But if you have 3-day refresh people, which Megan and Stephanie hopped off, but Megan, do you have anyone doing the 3-day refresh with you? Okay, I think Stephanie does have some people in there, right? Okay, well, I'll have to ask, but maybe if you guys want to share some things with Megan, since you're doing the 3-day refresh, if you want to share anything about doing the 3-day refresh over the weekend, since you're doing it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Okay. So you can share something about that. That would be great. But did you guys see, because like, you know, sometimes your post it shrinks and you don't see all the text, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew, if you did not click see more, I did include some sample invite ideas. One being just like a generic invite that, you know, people that I've been talking to before about it, about trying it out. And then I also did one I had quite a few people, maybe you're in the same boat, that maybe were really strongly thinking about joining Summer Strong and didn't. So I showed a sample message for that too. And I offered her Sean Week and Shakeology, because we have our 5-day Shakeology group. So it would be it's the perfect way to have them experience All Access and Shakeology. So just a thought. Does anyone have any other ideas of how they're inviting with Sean Week, or how they're going about it?
Where did you say you put that in our team page?
It's
Okay.
great where I think I shared, you texted me, Melissa, so I think I shared
Yes.
the ones with you.
Yeah.
But it's in our team page. It shows the group, like the cover photo and the link to the Facebook group will pop up because I hooked that up with it. This is like the perfect way, for people to, we've done Beachbody On Demand and we've said we would like share workouts and stuff, which I think is great, but I think the hype of 7 workouts, a specific Sean week, and them all being free, I think this is like an amazing opportunity. So we need to follow Heather's lead and like invite like crazy because I think it's a really good opportunity to share what our groups are about, share all access, and even if you wanted to throw in the Shakeology as well. Any questions or anything about Sean Week? No? Okay. All right. Anything else before we hop off tonight? Anything anyone wanted to share? Any questions or anything? Yeah, Amy. You're muted.
I couldn't unmute it. I just wanted to, I don't know if all of you know, but Erin and I had a FaceTime date the other night. And she, I thought I was going to meet some very stern, subdued person. And she's like, I knew we were going to be best friends from the beginning. I'm like, oh, I know. I didn't think we'd be friends at all, actually. And then this person came on, and I didn't know who it was. It was not like the same person that matched what I saw on Facebook. And I really like this Erin person. She's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a lesson for you guys. You guys need to go live, show your personalities, be you, because the Erin that we've all seen as of lately, like, I agree. I don't think that I thought that you were like, I wouldn't describe you like Amy's describing you, but I definitely am getting a whole different view of you, Erin, with you going live and everything. Like I said, I love hearing your voice. I love hearing you talk.
You muted, Michelle.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for getting on. I love you all. And if you ever need anything, I'm always here to help. So just let me know. I hope you guys have a good night.